probably seen this like on TikTok and stuff, but I always use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This one's almost empty. I feel like this is just my favorite primer in general. Just keeping that makeup on all day. But for lighter coverage, sometimes I do use this Supergoop, just plain sunscreen. It's SPF 40 and that's nice for like summer. Sometimes I mix it in with a couple drops of skin tint for like a lighter coverage look, but mostly I use this e.l.f. one. I also got my nails done. One of my favorite sets. I usually go in with like 2 or 3 pumps of this, just enough to get it to sink in. And then I just try to pat it in all over my face. And then I usually let it dry for like 30 seconds while I get my skin tint ready. And so for my main base, it's so dirty, but I'm going to be using the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. It's also SPF 40, and I use like the lightest shade. So I just go in with like 3 to 5 drops of this, depending on how full coverage I want, but it's pretty light coverage overall. It's super glowy. I love how it just melts in like that. And it covers my pores really well too. Kind of excessively massage this in just so it looks really smooth, like a second skin. I do my contour bronzer before I do concealer. So for sculpting, I use the Milk Makeup bronzing stick. It's in the shade Bake, really light, and it blends really well. So I just put enough right where my natural cheekbone lies and a little bit to carve the cheek. And my favorite part is doing my nose. So I do these 2 lines on my nose, under for a shadow, and then a line that I'll blend in very last. So now that it's applied, I just pat it in like so. So now that I've sculpted, I'm going to brighten. This is actually one of the best concealers I've used. It's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. And then I just apply it anywhere I want to brighten. I basically applied it anywhere I'm going to put highlighter, and then my under eyes, and then just to carve out my cheek a little bit. And again, I just tap it in. After I'm done concealing, I do a first layer of liquid blush. I use Dawn Cloud Paint by Glossier. I've had it forever, but it's honestly so nice. It's very pigmented though, so I only take a little bit just on my fingers and I dab it in. It appears really orange at first, but it blends really smoothly. I'm gonna do setting powder after this, so it helps to blend out that color and it goes over really nicely with a pink blush that I have in powder over it. So after I'm done with the liquid blush, then I bake and I use a flat brush like this. I think this one's from Sonia Kravitz. And then I use Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and it's really nice. I don't use a lot of it, but I use more in the places that I want to brighten and carve than in the places where I just want to set. So I just tap it out in the lid and then I stamp it on and go under my eyes. I take even more powder for my cheekbones and I put it right where my concealer was, just drawing a line upward. And then as I remove the rest of the powder, I'm going to be using more for the cheeks and forehead, but the main areas I wanted to focus on were carving out my cheekbones and under eyes to really brighten them. Once I let the powder set for like 30 seconds to a minute, then I just take a simple fluffy brush and I wipe away the excess powder away from the eye and down. It leaves such a nice finish. Now that that's done, I'm going to be moving on to powder products. It's the Benefit Cosmetics California Mini Blush. Using a round brush to apply it higher up on my cheeks to kind of lift the face. And then to blend that all out, I just go in with my fluffy brush, wipe away most of the excess, and then I just blend in the cheekbone and the cheek just to make it look a little more smooth. And I also apply a little bit of blush on my chin, the tip of my nose, and my forehead. For my last powder product, I'm going to be heavily highlighting because I love my highlighter. And the highlighter I'm using is from the Balm Cosmetics, and it's this one. I don't know, it's really fun. I've had it forever. Take just a little bit of the highlight shade, this white one, on my finger, and just draw a circle on the tip of my nose. Now moving on to my brows. They're pretty light, but I just pencil them in to give them a little bit more definition. And for that, I use the Revlon Color Stay Brow Pencil in the shade Blonde. So I'm just going to be brushing and filling them a little bit. So I have the That's My Jam palette by Too Faced, this really cute one right here. Here's what it looks like inside. It has some really nice, like, shimmery colors, pinks and purples. So I'm gonna do kind of a darker purple pink sort of look today. So I'm mixing these two, the purple and the dark raspberry color, just going all over my eye with it like this. I'm just going to take a little bit of this gold and clear glitter color and put it on the inner corner. It's the perfect touch of a little shimmer. So to finish up the eyes, I'm going to be taking the dark raspberry color and just lining close to the under eye and just kind of packing that on. Oh, something I almost forgot, but it's my favorite thing to add, is just a little bit of liquid highlighter. I literally have no idea where this is from. I just know I got it at CVS. But I put it on the tip of a small brush and then just put it on the inner corners of my eyes to brighten them even more. So then I just curl my lashes to prep for mascara, and this is just the Sephora brand curler. I try to go as close to the root as possible. So now I go in with my mascara, and I use the Blackest Black shade in L'Oreal Lash Paradise. It's my favorite mascara. Like this, you can get your tips first. The L'Oreal Infallible Grip Liquid Eyeliner. I only use liquid. I don't really like pencil because I like my wings to be really small, very sharp. Okay, that actually took way longer than it usually does, but now my eyeliner's done, and I know it doesn't do much, but I feel like it really helps to fill out the eye and make it a little bit bolder. Lastly, we're gonna be doing my lips, and I just line the natural shape of my lip and maybe a little bit overlined in the middle. And then after it's lined, I kind of blend it with my fingers. I still keep the line, but I just kind of smooth it out. The inner color of my lips is gonna be a little bit lighter, so I like it to be more of a soft transition. Then now I'm using the Kylie lip stain. I don't know what shade this is, but it's a really bright, sort of dark pink. And then I finish off my lips with my Shea Butter chapstick and then a little bit of this Dior Lip Maximizer in dark cherry over it. I like to keep my lips extra hydrated, so having the chapstick underneath, especially with like a soft ingredient like shea butter, it really helps keep the shine on all day, and it makes my lips extra hydrated.